They say the home is where the heart is. Well, these homeowners may have a serious heart condition because their homes are truly bizarre. And that's putting it mildly. After you throw on your architectural observer glasses, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll keep coming over to your house with more videos. HGTV, TLC, Bravo, and DIY have become hugely popular, showing off cookie-cutter homes that look surprisingly similar. All those shows seem to feature the same McMansions with the same boring advice on improving them. Seriously, why does everyone need an open-concept kitchen? So, when we see an out-there house, something that we've never seen before, we're knocked back on our heels. These creative homes are one of a kind and couldn't be copied if you tried. These are the 10 most incredible homes in the world. Number 10. Anyone that lives in this house should pay extra attention to the old expression, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. This transparent ode to tranquility is smack dab in the hyper-busy city of Tokyo, Japan. The home's builder, Sue Fujimoto Architects, calls their work of art House NA. Points for creativity on the name. House NA is a 914 square foot white steel frame structure with 3 floors of living space and lots of killer views. There are plenty of windows. In fact, it's all windows. But in exchange for all those views, residents give up nearly all of their privacy. The architects say they were inspired by the concept of living in a treehouse. There must be a lot of white steel and glass trees over in Japan. There are some obstructed views, fortunately. You cannot look through the floors, the ceilings, or into the bathrooms. Depending on the person looking to buy the house, that could be a huge plus or a minus. Number 9. This entry is for any potential supervillains out there. The Falcon Nest in Prescott, Arizona is the perfect evil lair. You can hole up inside way up at the top, petting your cat, and look out of the viewing deck as all of your henchpersons battle your arch nemesis who has somehow tracked you down. The Falcon Nest works out even better if your supervillain name is already the Falcon. This tippy top of this house scrapes the sky at 124 feet tall. It's the tallest single-family home in North America, and at one time was the tallest in the world until business magnate Mukesh Ambani built his own supervillain lair in South Mumbai, India. This postmodernist monstrosity was built in 1994 and features 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 10 stories, a hydraulic elevator, solar heating and cooling capabilities, and 6,200 square feet of living space. Plus, it's right next to Arizona landmark, the 6,514 feet tall Thumb Butte. Can't forget about Thumb Butte. Apparently, supervillain lairs are not a sound investment. Falcon Nest went on the market in 2015 for $2.8 million and sold in 2018 for $750,000. Ouch. Number 8. Batman stalks the streets of Gotham City, but apparently his vacation home is in the central Mexican town of San Miguel de Allende. This incredible home is known as the Bat Casa, which, in case you haven't figured it out yet, is Spanish for the Bat House. The owner and architect is Stephen Rood. Rood works a day job as a film set designer. He even worked on 2 of the Harry Potter films. He used these skills and his knowledge of 3D modeling to create the rounded organic shapes throughout the house. Once the design was finished, plastic tubing, wire mesh, and concrete was used by a team of specialty builders to bring this alien-like design to life. The weird white, skeletal interior contains 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. If you're traveling through central Mexico, you can even stay the night. The house is listed on Airbnb for less than $200 a day. Number 7. You can't pick your own nickname. If you could, there would be 100,000 people called T-Bone and no one named Coco. The architects and owner of the cutting-edge and contemporary Melitor House in Druidston, Pembrokeshire, Wales found this out the hard way. The architectural firm Future Systems and the home's owner, former Member of Parliament Bob Marshall Andrews, refer to the seaside home as Melitor, but to everyone else it will forever be known as the Teletubby House. This single-room home, divided by prefabricated colored pods, has won worldwide acclaim and become one of Wales' architectural treasures. And that's not just because it houses Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Po. It was built in 1998, well after the Teletubbies debuted. Number 6. Lubbock is a town in West Texas that, if people know it at all, it's for dust storms, Texas Tech, or the birthplace of Buddy Holly. But wedged in the middle of a normal suburban neighborhood is Lubbock's very own tourist attraction, the Steel House. The steel house was a labor of love by sculptor Robert Bruno. The giant four-legged UFO look-alike is made of 150 tons of blackened steel, each piece welded by hand. Bruno received no outside help and worked on his bizarre personal project from 1973 until his death in 2008. It was more of a personal art project than a proper home for Hobbs. He spent most of his time and money obsessing over it. Now, despite its bizarre look and origin, the town is proud of the structure and jumps at the chance to show the work of art off to any curious visitors. Charles Hobbs, one of Bruno's neighbors, still offers guided tours of the 2,200 square foot structure. Number 5. Some homes' architectural designs belong in the toilet. Then again, some homes are a toilet. Mr. Toilet House is the local name for the Toilet Culture Museum in Suwon, South Korea. Located just south of Seoul, the toilet-shaped building was constructed in 2007 by Sim Jae-duk, the former mayor of Suwon City and founder of the World Toilet Association. Wow, busy guy. He built the building and used it as his private residence until his death in 2009 when his family donated it to Suwon City and it opened as a museum. You might think a visit to a toilet museum would stink, but over 160,000 visitors showed up at the museum's opening. The house-turned-museum boasts 2 floors of exhibits plus gardens. One thing's for sure, after spending the whole day at the toilet museum, you are sure to be white. Number 4. Yabba dabba don't do this to your house. Who didn't watch the Flintstones as a kid and think to themselves, wow, I wish I could live in that house? None of us did that. But apparently that was what went through the head of architect Philip John Brown and television legend Dick Clark, who owned the Stone Age home for years. The rock-shaped residence sits on a 23-acre lot in Malibu, California, with a 360-degree view of mountains, the ocean, and the city. The inner walls are made of wood and the ceilings use steel beams covered with concrete. There is 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms and, surprisingly, modern appliances to really contrast that prehistoric feel. Sadly, with rising property values in California and homeowners' taxes, there's no way that Fred and Wilma Flintstone would be able to afford this house today. Number 3. Germans are known for a lot of things, but generally positivity isn't exactly the first thing that comes to mind. That goes out the window when discussing the heliotrope, the world's very first energy-positive building. You heard that right. This building actually creates more energy than it uses. Located in Friedberg, Germany, and built by German architect Rolf Discht, the heliotrope is mounted on a pole and timed to rotate 180 degrees through the day, following the sun's track. The solar panels on top produce more than enough energy to make the home net energy positive. And a unique hand railing system on the roof doubles as solar thermal tubing that heats the home's water and radiators. The home also reuses gray water and rainwater for domestic use and features a composting toilet system. Now that is thinking positively. Number 2. Have you ever been at home and thought, wouldn't it be great if I could be at church right now? Well, your prayers have been answered with Residence Church XL. In 2009, in the Netherlands, Zek Architects converted St. Jacobus Church, originally built in 1870, into a house. The church ceased operations in 1991 and was used in the interim to store furniture. Zek Architects took one look at the building and thought, hey, it's been a church and a furniture storage unit, why not a house? The 5,112 square foot interior features sleek, clean stucco walls with modern flourishes and features, but with all the old Catholic church-style stained glass windows and vaulted ceilings as accents. The contrast of the modern and the classic is a major feature of modern Dutch design. Hopefully, nothing too sinful is taking place within these walls. Number 1. Australia is home to so much natural beauty. It seems unfair that such a cool house would be built there too. The Pole House is in Victoria, Australia, and about 1 hour 40-minute drive from Melbourne. Despite not being located in a populous area, the Pole House is still known as the most photographed house in all of Australia, just beating out Hugh Jackman's trailer. And it's no wonder. Suspended 40 meters above Fairhaven Beach, the home looks like it floats between the sea and the air. Frank Dixon designed the seaside marvel and completed its construction in 1978. It only has 1 bedroom, but the point of the house is the experience. It offers 200 degrees of panoramic views of some of the most breathtaking scenery on the planet. The home was almost destroyed due to the constant wind and ocean spray. Who could have seen that coming? but it went through an extensive restoration process from 2013 to 2014 with a redesign by architect Franco Fiorentini of F2 Architecture. Now, the pole house is as good as new and can be rented by anyone wanting to experience a dramatic oceanside sunrise and sunset. Sounds like that would be amazing to watch.